Hello everyone, I am Kiran Joshi. Hope you all are doing good. Children, this is the second video of Class 8 Civics, Chapter 6, Understanding our Criminal Justice System. In the previous video, we learnt that there are four key players in our criminal justice system: the police, the public prosecutor, the defense lawyer, and the judge. In this video, we'll try to understand their role in general. Let's understand the role of the police in investigating crime. Children, each police station covers a specific area and therefore any crime committed in an area has to be reported at the concerned police station and an FIR has to be registered. Then the police begin the investigation, which includes recording statements of witnesses and collecting different kinds of evidence. On the basis of the investigation, the police form an opinion, and if find evidence that points to the guilt of the accused person, they file a charge sheet in the court. You are already aware that the police cannot decide whether a person is guilty or innocent. That is the work of the judge to decide. We have already also read about the rule of law, which says that everyone, including the police, is subject to the law of the country. It means the police should conduct the investigation according to the law and with full respect for human rights. The Supreme Court of India has laid down guidelines which are known as the DK Basu guidelines that the police must follow at the time of arrest, detention means to keep someone in prison, and interrogation of any person. Some of these include: the first one, the police officials who carry out the arrest or interrogation should wear clear, accurate, and visible identification and name tags with their designation. Second, a memo of arrest, that means an arrest order, should be presented at the time of arrest and should include the time and date of arrest. Third, the person who is arrested, detained, or being interrogated has a right to inform a relative, friend, or well-wisher. Fourth, if a friend or relative lives outside the district, they must be informed the time, place of arrest, and venue of custody by police within 8 to 12 hours after arrest. Children, Article 22 of our Constitution and criminal law also guarantee some fundamental rights to every arrested person. They are: the person being arrested should be informed the reason for the arrest, means for which crime the person is arrested. Second, the arrested person has to be presented before a magistrate within 24 hours of arrest. Third, the arrested person has the right not to be ill-treated or tortured during arrest or in detention or custody. Fourth, confession made in police custody cannot be used as evidence against the accused. It is because children, that it is quite possible that police pressurize the accused to admit a wrong that she might have not done. Therefore, the confession in police custody is not considered as an evidence against the accused. Then next is a boy under 15 years of age and women cannot be called to the police station only for questioning or interrogation. So this all was about the points that the police must keep in mind while investigating any crime. Now let's understand the role of the public prosecutor. Any criminal offense is regarded as an offense against society and therefore the case against the accused is presented by the state or the government. The lawyer who represents the interest of the state and defends the state in court is called public prosecutor. He or she is appointed by the state. The role of the public prosecutor begins after the police investigation and filing of charge sheet in the court. The public prosecutor is supposed or expected to conduct the trial or the prosecution impartially. Children, he or she is expected to submit all the facts, evidence, and witnesses before the court so that the court can make an unbiased judgment. The accused is represented by his or her lawyer, or in other words, we can say the accused is defended by a lawyer who is called the defense lawyer. If the accused is financially incapable, the court will appoint a lawyer for the accused person. As in case of Shanti, in this chapter you learnt that advocate Kamla Roy was appointed as Shanti's defense lawyer by the court. Next comes the role of the judge, who acts as an umpire in the prosecution or trial. The judge conducts the trial impartially and in an open court. The judge hears all the witnesses and sees evidence or proof presented by the public prosecutor and defense lawyer, and then decides whether the accused person is guilty or not. And if the accused is convicted, means if the accused is found guilty, the judge announces his or her verdict. The punishment depends on the intensity of the crime. The person can be sent to jail or fined, or both fined and imprisoned, or even sentenced to death. Now let's try to understand the terms fair trial and open court. Children, fair trial means the prosecution must be impartial, and for a trial to be fair or impartial, it is significant that several different procedures are observed. Children, according to the Article 21 of the Constitution, which guarantees the right to life, a person's life or liberty means freedom, can be taken away only by following a reasonable and just legal procedure. And a fair trial ensures that Article 21 of the Constitution is upheld. Let's understand it with the example of Shanti's case. Let's understand the legal procedure for a fair trial. First, accused should be given a copy of charge sheet or other evidence against him or her. Like in Shanti's case, Shanti was given a copy of the charge sheet as well as all the other evidence that were presented against her. Second, the trial should be held in an open court in the presence of the accused, and her friends or relatives can also attend the court hearing. Like in Shanti's case, the trial was held in an open court and not in a secret location. Shanti, who was the accused in the case, and her brother Sushil were present in the court and could attend the court hearings. Third, accused should be defended by a lawyer. In Shanti's case, Shanti was provided a defense lawyer by the court as she was incapable to hire one for herself. Fourth is, defense lawyer should be given opportunity to cross-examine the prosecution witnesses and to present witnesses in the defense of the accused. In Shanti's case, her defense lawyer, advocate Kamla Roy, was given the opportunity that she could cross-examine the prosecution witnesses. Those were Mrs. Shinde, Mr. and Mrs. Shinde, and she was also given chance to present witnesses in Shanti's defense. Shanti's brother and his employee were presented in the court in Shanti's defense. Sixth is that the prosecution must prove beyond reasonable doubt the guilt of the accused person. Till such time, the accused must be deemed as innocent. That means it is the responsibility of the public prosecutor to prove beyond reasonable doubt the guilt of the accused. Like in Shanti's case, the prosecution failed to do so. Therefore, Shanti was acquitted. Then next is the judge must decide the matter impartially and only on the basis of the evidence presented in the court. As in Shanti's case, the judge remained impartial and decided the matter on the basis of the evidence presented. So, children, you could see that in Shanti's case, several procedures which are required for a fair trial were observed and justice was done to her. At the end, we can say that all individuals, as discussed in the chapter, should carry out their roles properly to ensure that every citizen, when accused, get a fair trial. That's all in this chapter. Now here are some questions for you children. First, explain the fundamental rights guaranteed by the Article 22 of the Constitution and criminal law to every arrested person. Second, who is a public prosecutor? Third, what is the role of a judge? Fourth, what do you understand by a fair trial? Children, if you found this video helpful and wish to watch more of such content, do consider subscribing to the channel. And if you have any queries and comments, please post them in the comment section below. Thank you.